So, another video update, as so many others. I went to Dr. Petrov today, as I said I would, and she will be on a sick leave for another week, unless she gets better before that. If she gets better, she'll naturally go back to preschool, but yeah. And naturally it doesn't feel good to know that the child is ill and need to be home, but it's quite relieving to know that she has this, that she's on a sick leave, so I don't really need to worry about work or preschool and so on, but it's like official in some way. So you can just relax and focus on getting better, and I'm still not really okay, but hopefully I'll get better soon too. But yeah, the main thing is that I should need to get better. I'm also in disagreement, you can say the least, with the headmaster for preschool, because before we had this absolutely wonderful person who was headmaster of preschool, but now a principal, or whatever you would like to call it, but now they switched, and the new one is not so nice, and she has a lot of opinions about Rose's medication. And even though Ro have all those papers from doctors telling about her issues and what medications need and so on, she still is fussing about it. And it had gone so far that I have reported her, which I'm not. If something is threatening my kids, if somebody is messing with my kids, it's very, very hard to make me angry. But if somebody messes with my kids, I don't give them treatment they deserve and needs. Yeah, I'm tiger mom, promise you. So I have reported her because I don't think she expected that at all. But I have legal right on my side, and I give enough chances, and I don't sit and wait. Just oh, she might change her mind and so on. When it comes to other things, I could do that, but not when it comes to my kids. It's like, and yeah. We'll see about that. Rose doctor was going to call her today, also about those medications and so on, and hopefully that will have a good result. But I haven't heard anything yet. So, and doctor said she would get back to me. So we'll see. Hopefully, I hear from her tomorrow. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. And I'm going to work for a meeting tomorrow evening, but otherwise I'm gonna be home. Oh, my throat is still. And I think it's starting to hurt more again. I was like, no, it has to be over now. But anyway, my as read a study as new. I like research overall and science and overall. I'm really cheeky when it comes to those kind of things. But this was about genetics and heritage of intelligence, and they have stated now it's very clear that you inherited your intelligence, or the ability to develop your intelligence, from your mother. And yeah, I have some really smart kids, and now we know where they come from. Anyway, I actually have one child. Well, of course, I think my kids are absolutely wonderful and smartest in the world, but which most people think about their kids, and they should think, because that is something a child should have with them, to feel that their parents think that about them. But actually, one of my kids are extraordinarily intelligent. It's not like a mom thing. I say, oh, they're so absolutely smart and so on. This is like being tested by psychologists and psychiatrists several times, and during several years. First was when we were 8 or 9, and the last one was when we were 17. So it's been lots of tests, and all revealing that this person is super smart. It's like not just intelligent, it's like way over average. And yeah, must come from me. Maybe. I don't feel like the smartest person in the world, but yeah. But I'm glad that my kids are. And also that now study about having older mothers, which is interesting for me, considering I'm old. And it's also something that is positive, for a positive impact on child's intelligence, and also however they get higher education, and also if they have how healthy they are. And I knew it from before that young mothers often are not don't have children who have a higher education. They are less likely to finish, even if they start college or university or whatever. They are way less likely to end it if they have a young mother and overall. So, but I think it's also because a lot of people who do get a higher education do that before they have children, so they automatically get a bit older, while people who isn't interested in studying and so on more often have children when they're young. Like, I'm exception of this. I had my first child when I was 18, and I'm absolutely super interested in studies, and I have a lot of diplomas and so on, and I always study something because I think it's fun to learn things, and I'm a bit nerdy and geeky when it comes to those kind of things. But so naturally there are things that apply this. And something that does not affect a child's intelligence that much is the income level in the family. If you have parents who are well educated and a bit older but quite poor, you still have a high chance of going to university and have like academic education. And the same thing if you are having young parents that are doing really, really well and really rich, you're still less likely to get a higher education. Which I think is quite interesting also. It's I like those kind of studies because it's also prove what I think, that material things are not that important in the long run. I think it's everything around it's more important. And also in some cultures are more likely to get a higher education. We often talk about people from East Asia, like Japan, Korea, and so on, having higher educations than most people in the Western world. But there are also other cultures, like people from Middle East. Even if not everyone have a higher education, it's more likely that they are educated, which are two very different things. It's like a part of many cultures, especially if you come from Iran and Iraq. You're way more likely to be into art and have a good knowledge about writers and that kind of culture knowledge than a person who comes from Germany, for example. And I think that's quite interesting. I guess it's a bit what's valid in certain cultures, and yeah, I think it's interesting. So yeah, that's all for today.